Hello, Crackhead Clan. Welcome back to another scuz-pug video. I haven't made many videos recently, and this is because, this is not an easy thing to do. That's my only reason. What the fuck was that? I actually already forgot where I am. Oh, I'm at spawn. So stupid. Why am I at spawn, anyways? I forgot. Anyways. So you might see, a little bit of my armor is different. That's because I died in a little cave and lost everything besides a stone pickaxe and a stone axe and some other random garbage. So I had to mine, and plus I had already spent most of my iron before that trip to that cave on an anvil. I actually don't even remember why I needed an anvil. Anyways, this is my friend's house right there, and that's the ship that I actually finished the sails on. And yes, they are supposed to look like that. It's because they're supposed to be kind of broken up looking. But yeah. I was just recently watching some guy play Project Zomboid. I was like, that looks so fucking fun. My bad. Anyways. So, yeah, I just thought that looked cool. Am I ever gonna do it? Probably not, because I'm pretty sure that um, the game is only on PC. I like all the steps that you can do that aren't like just like scavenging and stuff. You can also like make like primitive like forges um, and like furnaces and crucibles and stuff, which is pretty cool. Probably wondering, why does your screen look like shit? That's because it just does. I don't know. Anyways, I filled up some creeper holes, and I've been mostly working on a chunky, kind of like stadium, a chunky stadium. Probably wondering what the fuck is a chunky stadium? And no, I'm not talking about sumo wrestling. I am talking about a Native American game that was first made by the Mississippian culture. And so basically, they would have these chunky stones, that's what they were called, since they're part of the game. And they were basically just like stone wheels that they would roll across like a rectangular flat area, a field or something. And then they would throw like a wooden spear, or a chunky stick as they would also call it, at the, well, not at the stone, but near the stone. And they had to throw it before the stone stopped, because then they would lose. And so basically the whole point of the game is to predict where the stone would land, and whoever got their spear closest to it won the game. It's a pretty simple game. Beetroot soup. What the hell? Why is that the only food option I have? I haven't even unlocked bowls. Or have I? I don't remember. I'm gonna turn on my light again. There we go. That looks significantly better. Just like Trump, 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 Trump. I am Trump. They call me the Trumpinator. They're like, hey, Jace. Or, fuck. Damn it, I made... Shut up. They're like, hey, scuz-pug. Give us a video, because we love you. I'm like, okay, I might deport you. I'm joking. Guys, please don't take that to any offense. I don't want to get canceled. Anyways, so we're going to start our secret drug empire, and we're going to, like, we're going to be balling. We're going to be, like, everywhere. And then it was, like, so cool. Blah, blah, blah. And also, I'm gonna have, like, different teams. I'm gonna also make, like, a Nephitoffel, like, extra large, like, board, but the board is gonna be, like, a field, and instead of, like, having, like, individual pieces, like, game pieces, like, soldiers, and then the king, I'm gonna have the pieces are going to be players. And if you don't know what Nephitoffel is, or Nephitoffel, it's kind of like Viking chess, except it's not like chess. There's completely different rules. And there's only two types of pieces, which is the king and the soldiers. The soldiers take up most of the entire board, while the king only is one. And there's defenders and attackers. The attackers have more men than defenders, but the defenders have the king. And in order to capture a piece, you must completely surround the king. And each piece can move in all cardinal directions at any length. And in order to capture a soldier, you must have two of your soldiers sandwich another soldier in between them, and then that soldier is taken out of the game. But if your soldiers are already in a sandwich position and their soldier walks into that position, that does not count as a capture. You have to actively capture things. Anyways, for what the fuck was I gonna say? Anyways, so the king can be captured with only 3 men, but it requires them to, like, back the king into the edge of the board, or into the edge of one of the corner squares, since there's 4 corner squares, and the defenders are trying to get their king alive to the corner squares to win the game. Because those corner squares are like the exit gates, or like the exits of, like, a battlefield. In a way, you can think about it like that. But yeah, that's the game. I can't really think of any other rules. Oh wait, yeah, I know. So the middle square of the board is taken up by the king at the beginning, and only the king can walk through those spaces on the board. All of the corner squares and the middle square. Only the king can walk through. Not even the king's men can walk through the square. Because, I don't know, that's how the game was. That's how it's played, I guess. That's the official Copenhagen rules of the game. Speaking of Copenhagen, did you know that I actually thought that Copenhagen was in Germany like a dumbass? Even though it's in Denmark? Yeah, I know. I'm really stupid. But again, I don't know every single city of every single country. I do know roughly where a lot of countries are, except for like the Far East part of the world, because I don't know much about that area. I knew where Sri Lanka is. It's on the edge of India. Is that impressive? I don't know, I'm just yapping. Anyways, goodbye.